Takahiro Shiraishi, the Twitter killer. Early life and psychological profile. Takahiro Shiraishi was born on October 25, 1990, in Machida, Tokyo. Descriptions from family and acquaintances suggest he was a quiet, introverted child with a fascination for computers and the internet. From a young age, he displayed signs of social withdrawal and difficulty forming close relationships, preferring solitary activities. His early interests included online gaming, hacking, and exploring taboo topics on the internet. Psychologists and investigators later diagnosed Shiraishi with severe mental health issues, including schizoid personality disorder, which contributed to his emotional detachment and lack of empathy. He reportedly experienced feelings of alienation and struggled to connect emotionally with others, which he later exploited through online interactions. He also exhibited signs of obsessive-compulsive tendencies and disturbing fantasies centered around death, control, and violence. These inclinations worsened over time, especially during his teenage years, as he immersed himself in dark online communities and consumed content related to murder, necrophilia, and sexuality. Psychological profile and motives. During his trial, psychiatrists painted a picture of a profoundly disturbed individual whose mental health issues played a significant role in his crimes. His obsession with death and control was intertwined with a desire for notoriety and the thrill of domination over vulnerable victims. Shiraishi's own statements revealed a complex mix of motives. Financial gain. Initially, he sought to exploit his victims financially, befriending them on social media to convince them to participate in his schemes. Sexual gratification. His fantasies involved not only murder, but also sexual assault and necrophilia, which he admitted he fantasized about for years. Desire for control. The murders gave him an extreme sense of power and control over his victims, fulfilling a deep-seated need to dominate and destroy. He believed that his victims' mental health struggles made them easier to manipulate and that their vulnerability justified his actions. His belief that he could get away with his crimes due to their mental state was a key factor in his escalation. Victim profiles and specific stories. 1. Mizuki Miura, 21, Shiraishi's first victim, whom he befriended online. She was a university student with struggles related to mental health. He convinced her to meet him, and after strangling her, he dismembered her body and stored parts in his apartment. He later explained that he feared she would demand her money back, which motivated him to kill her. 2. Kureha Ishihara, 15, a high school girl who connected with Shiraishi via social media. She was vulnerable and suicidal, and he lured her with promises of friendship and understanding. Upon meeting, he murdered her, and her dismembered remains were found in his apartment. 3. Shogo Nishinaka, a young man who came searching for Mizuki Miura, whom he believed was his first victim's friend. Shiraishi murdered Nishinaka because he feared he might expose his crimes or interfere with his plans. Nishinaka's body was dismembered and stored similarly. 4. Hinako Sarashina, another victim lured through social media, who was struggling with depression. Shiraishi strangled her in his apartment and dismembered her body afterward. 5. Hitomi Fujima, 26, an older victim who was also targeted online. She had a history of mental health issues, which Shiraishi exploited. She was strangled and dismembered in the same manner. 6. Aiko Tamura. Her brother's intervention led to the discovery of the crimes. She had engaged in conversations with Shiraishi online, expressing suicidal thoughts. Her body was also dismembered and stored. 7. Natsumi Kubo, 17, Kazumi Maruyama, and Akari Suda. These victims further exemplify his pattern of preying on young women with existing mental health vulnerabilities. Methodology and modus operandi, online grooming. Shiraishi befriended victims via social media platforms like Twitter, Line, and other messaging apps. He targeted those suffering from depression, suicidal ideation, or emotional distress. Promises of friendship or suicide assistance. He would often pretend to be empathetic, offering support and companionship, only to lure victims into meeting him. Murder and dissection. Once face-to-face, he would strangulate victims, often practicing strangulation as a childhood pastime. Post-murder, he dismembered bodies, storing parts in boxes in his apartment. Sexual assault and necrophilia. Shiraishi admitted to sexual assault and necrophilia, often engaging in acts with the bodies after murder. Rationalization of crimes. During his trial, he explained his actions as driven by the thrill, mental illness, and a belief that he was above societal rules, internalizing a mindset of, "It's only a problem if you get caught." Investigation, capture, and trial. The breakthrough. The case reached a critical turning point in October 2017 when the family of Aiko Tamura became suspicious after noticing her online conversations with Shiraishi. Her brother checked her social media and found alarming messages. He reported his concerns to the police, who quickly acted. Raiding the apartment. Law enforcement raided Shiraishi's apartment in Zama. They discovered horrifying evidence: boxes filled with human remains, photographs of dismembered victims, and tools used for dissection. The evidence was irrefutable. Confession and legal proceedings. Shiraishi confessed immediately, providing detailed accounts of his crimes. His mental health was evaluated extensively, and experts diagnosed him with severe mental illness, including schizophrenia and schizoid personality disorder, which they argued impaired his understanding of his actions. In the 2020 trial, the court convicted him of 9 murders. His defense emphasized his mental illness, but the court found him criminally responsible. He was sentenced to death on December 15, 2020. Execution. His execution was carried out by hanging on June 27, 2025. Japanese law typically does not notify inmates before execution, and death sentences are executed swiftly after sentencing. Societal reactions and public impact. The Takahiro Shiraishi case shocked Japan and the world, raising urgent questions about social media safety, mental health, and criminal responsibility. It sparked intense media coverage, with many expressing horror at the coldness and brutality of his crimes. Public debate. Mental health awareness. The case highlighted the importance of mental health support, as experts believed untreated mental illness played a significant role. Online safety. It prompted discussions about the risks of meeting strangers online, especially vulnerable youth. Law enforcement and legal system. The case exposed the challenges law enforcement faces in tracking elusive online predators and the importance of mental health evaluations in criminal trials. Cultural impact. The case has been referenced in documentaries, true crime podcasts, and social commentary about online dangers and mental health. Shiraishi's chilling actions serve as a cautionary tale about the potential horrors of unregulated internet interactions.
If you like The Reel, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks for listening in, and check out our other reels for more content.